Hey everyone, I'm back. How's everybody doing? I'm alive again today, or I'm live again today on Thursday, February 6th. Yep. Hi, it's Melissa McClary Davis from Wise Digital Marketing, and I'm going live again. I do think this is like day four. I think I got it together now. I think Instagram's working, and so you can catch me here on Instagram or YouTube's probably the best experience, and Facebook, and then you can catch the replays as well. My YouTube channel, if you're interested, it's my full name, Melissa McClary Davis. If you just search under that, you should find me. But here we are today to talk about my fourth favorite thing. Now, yesterday, if you guys recall, I had a little bit of a technical glitch. You guys did not hear when I was talking to my voice chat with my chat GPT. So I'm going to ask him to talk again, and I'm going to use my phone, and then I'm going to edit this into the video so you can kind of catch it later. So let me just see if I can get him. Hey, Winston, could you introduce yourself to the others out here who are listening?
Hey everyone, I'm Winston. I run a marketing agency that helps small to mid-sized businesses grow through smart digital strategies.
Hopefully you can hear that.
I specialize in social media, advertising, and automation tools like Zapier, Make, and ChatGPT to streamline workflows and make business easier. Beyond marketing, I love diving into AI, business strategy, and helping entrepreneurs scale efficiently. So if you're looking for ways to automate, market, or grow your brand, you're in the right place.
Thanks. Thank you, Winston. So I'll put more in there. But anyway, you can have your own little chat GPT, your own advisor, somebody you can talk to, about your business, what you should be doing, as long as you train it. And we'll get into that in my community. But today I want to talk about a little bit about what Winston mentioned. I mentioned ChatGPT yesterday, and I said let's knit some things together. So that's a great tool. It gives you some efficiencies, but to really take it to the next level, you need to mix it and put it in together with my other favorite tool, favorite integrator, I should say, is an integration tool that will help you put things together. So let's talk about, I have three that I'm going to share with you. And how I want to share with you is like what you need to do, especially if you're on a budget, because there's three out there that people use a lot. And I'm going to talk about all three of them because I use all three of them. So let me go ahead and share my screen and talk about it. All right. So hopefully, and then let me switch it over so you can get bigger screen. Hopefully you can see this. My favorite things, my favorite integrators. What is an integrator? An integrator is a tool that knits other tools together. If you guys, small business owners, my solopreneurs, y'all know this. To market your business or to run a business, you need to have a few things, right? You need to have a website. You need to have email service provider. You need to have some of your social media handles and platforms in place. Obviously, if you're a product-based business, you have your product, and your product needs to be, you need to present it somewhere. So, right, that's the website, or you have a physical location. If you're a solopreneur and you do a service-based business, you too can have a physical location as well as a website, social media handles, and email, text messaging, direct mail. It's all the stuff, right? It's all the marketing stuff. And guess what? You can knit all that together, and it's going to cost you something. And that's some of the frustrations I see from some of my clients. I mean, just even yesterday, I was talking to a client and how she is using a new tool that is going to help streamline what she wants to do, especially from a webinar spot, but it has limitations. And that's the thing about some of these tools. They're great for one thing, but they may be limited on other ones. And then they're expensive. And these numbers kind of rack up, especially when it comes to subscription services. As those kind of racks up a bit. So you probably want to make sure that you can find efficient tools that are not expensive. And so that's what I'm here for. That's what I want to mention, especially as my favorite things, because this is the one tool that everybody uses. It's called Zapier. A lot of people use Zapier, and I'm going to show you three. Zapier is a tool that connects other tools. So it could connect your social media to your website to do certain things. And there are a couple of great business cases that I'll show you that you can use with these tools. But all these tools have a cost, but they save you time and save you money for sure. Zapier is the first one. And Zapier, unfortunately, there is a free version of it that you can use, but it's limited, and you only get so many times to use it. Um, so the second tool I'll share with you that some people may not know about, is another tool called Make. And if you are a Make fan like I am, then you know how powerful this tool is. It's a competitor of Zapier. It's just like Zapier. What it does, it helps you with automation. So it knits things together for you. Um, However, it's a little bit more complex. More technical knowledge is needed, but it's a great tool to do that as well. And then the third tool that I'm going to talk about is an oldie but a goodie. I've been using this tool at least for the last 10 years. It's IFTTT, which stands for if then that. So it is a automation tool for your home and your business. I use a lot of my IFTT really for home stuff. A great example of it is if you are working in the office, and you know how sometimes you come in the office and you put your phone on silent, and then you forget to take it off silent, and then you may miss a call, and you're like, oh, you're frustrated because you missed a call because it wasn't on silent, because you run around doing the things, right? I have it where it can go on silence in the office, but and then when you drive home, it knows that you're in the location of your house around a certain radius. It'll flip your phone back to volume so you can hear it, or put the ringer back on. It'll do that automatically every day, if you do that. And then it'll also do, that's just one of like a little thing. It can do a lot more things for your personal life as well as your business life. Out of the three tools, this one probably has the least amount of like business capabilities. Although I do use it for business, I do a lot of research with it, especially on Twitter. If I want to look up certain tweets that are out there based on hashtags, think of it like your Google alert, but it's like a tweet alert. I can have it then thrown into a spreadsheet, and then I could go ahead and look and analyze that spreadsheet. So it does a lot of great things. But all three of these tools, you should have at least one of them. But let's look at costs, like the cost of them. Zapier is the most expensive. It's one of the simplest to use, but it's pretty expensive. Once you start getting into it and get into the groove of it, it ends up being like $20 a month, and that may break you, especially when you add up some of the other things. Make, you could use Make. There's a free version of Make that has a lot of the features that you like. I really love Make, but it's technical. So you have to kind of at least know it. And if you don't want to get into this, I understand. There are people out there who kind of can set up some things for you, and then you're good to go. I know you can find people on Upwork, you can find people on Fiverr who work in these tools in particular, Zapier and Make. There's not a lot of people who work in IFTTT, but Zapier and Make, there are folks out there who can set things up for you. So what am I talking about? Like, what do you mean set things up, Melissa? What's that? So let's just talk a little bit about some use cases. What can you use them for? Well, it helps with productivity and business flows. So if you have data or information or things that go into one system that needs to go into another system, this is the way to get it there. And it makes it easy so that way you're saving some steps. And that's like the most important thing. How can you save a few steps? So here's a couple of examples of, I did have some examples of some notes I took. Let me go back to these notes on what I use it for and what you could use it for. If you follow me on my socials, especially on Instagram and Facebook, you will notice that every Tuesday I put out a post about information, about a marketing tip or strategy. And it also has an image attached to it. I did all that with Make. I do not set up that post. It's almost like auto-published, but what it does is it looks at what my business is about. I set it up where I am going out to the internet and using ChatGPT. It's finding relevant content based on my my skill set, what I do, marketing. It's creating the social media post. It creates the image that I want, and I put all this in, and it will publish it on a certain day that I want. And I don't have to do anything. And that's set up for perpetuity. It'll do that forever. I have it set up once a week. I could easily do it daily. I could easily do it hourly if I wanted to. And that's what some of these tools do. They allow you to create a workflow, and now you don't have to worry about that anymore. So, especially for all my, those struggling with social media content or just content in general and scheduling, these are great tools to put out some hygiene content for you. And it's more than just using a publisher. It is creating the content. So you don't have to create the content and publish. It's going to create the content for you and then publish it and schedule it for you. So that's what this tool will do for you. Another great use of it that I use is for emails. You could have certain clients or maybe certain customers that could email you or send you a review or something like that and say you want to take that review and you want to respond to them in kind, maybe provide them with a coupon or something like that. You can use these workflow tools that will help you really with email responses and customer support. Now, I know that some of that's already coming in AI, but this is something that you can kind of tailor and really kind of create this long, nurturing conversation with your clients by utilizing some of these tools. And it's flexible and you can kind of do it to scale. And like I mentioned, there are free versions of this to do. So, and then also if you have a business where you have multiple people who need to get approval of things, right? You do the first step and then they need to see something else and approve that. And you are an email driven company that you could do something, have it sent an email, they respond back to you an email, and then you can kind of create this automation purpose response to be able to do that. So that's another way of doing it. And then another example that I like is just simple reminders, but these are nuanced reminders. These are reminders where it takes a look at your calendar and it knows what's coming up. Now, I know that you can get reminders on your phone, right? If you use a digital calendar, but this is a little bit different. It could be a reminder, but it's not just to you. Maybe it's sent to your team, or maybe you want to have the reminder sent to your family that you're going to be out today. You can kind of set that up. Another great example is, say you need to travel, and you can even ask like Siri or Alexa to help me remind me to book a flight. All right. So you need to book a flight. You need to go somewhere. And then that could go into automation where all of a sudden all the flight times are coming to you, suggesting the best flights to fly based on what you do. And then an alert is sent to you to either text to you or email to you. Those are some of the things that you can do with these tools in place. And IFTTT is really good with the voice command tools. So it works with Alexa, it works with Siri, it works with those type of tools a lot. But the other ones are definitely coming around as well with those particular tools. But I think this elevates the whole conversation that you have with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is really great to kind of get things going and like give you things and content and put together some pieces. But once you start to integrate them with these workflow tools, then you either, if you're a solopreneur or have a small shop, you're going to have a lot of things going. Like I said, I have automations that are running, on my setup, whether it's my website or in my social media, or if it's even on email. Those are like the major places, and these are great tools to use it. So cost-wise, like I mentioned before, Zapier is the most expensive for the least amount of like things that you can do. Because, you can kind of get some things done and then it says, oh, you have to upgrade to do that. Though we all hate that. I know I hate it. So that's why I like Make, because Make gives you a little bit more features. Now, both of them you can start for free. So go out there, you can start for free, you can kind of, figure it out. And then you can kind of grow from there, which I love. Same thing with IFTTT. You can start that for free. IFTTT is probably the cheapest. It's like ends up being like $2 a month. Yeah, so pretty cheap to create like maybe 20 workflows. Um, Make starts out at like $10 a month if you want to do that. I know I use it and I'm still using the free plan. I've been using the free plan, but it's just $10. So that's not bad. And then Zapier, again, like I said, is at the higher price, it's $20 a month. So when you start adding up these tools, like I mentioned before, you need to really pay the subscription for ChatGPT. Then you want to kind of like see what you can do to integrate that without paying, right? To do it as you can with a lot of free 99. So that's the three tools. Now, if you join my community, I mentioned my marketing therapy community. I'll mention it again. We'll be launching next Monday. That's the date. So you can join the wait list right now, and you're going to get an alert to come in and then join the community. And I am going to be walking through exactly how I set that up, my automatic social media content. I'll be doing that. I'll be doing lives, in that community every week. You can watch the replays, and then I also have office hours, so you can ask me anything as well. And then we're going to talk about certain areas within marketing to help you. We'll also share some wins and what's the latest trends and what's happening on some of these platforms that you want to use, especially if you are buying ads and if you need help with that. That's what this community is all about. So if you want to join me, that would be great. It's free. It's free for the first 100 members, and I'm looking forward to finding, just working with everybody. I want to keep it curated. I think I may have mentioned that. I want to keep it really curated where it's just a smaller group. And look here, see, I can't even get my face back, right? Anyway, so that is it for me today. Come back tomorrow, which will be my last day of doing this live for a minute. I'll probably do another live challenge. Maybe in a month or two. But if you, again, are interested in this type of content and want to know more about it, I have a playlist. There'll be a playlist of this on YouTube. You can follow me there, Melissa McClary Davis of Wise Digital Marketing. Just put that in the YouTube search and you'll find me. And I look forward to saying there. And just comment below. Let me know if any of you guys use these tools. Comment what you like or don't like about them, what you wish they would do, or maybe you want to have some questions like which would work for me. Give me a scenario. I'm happy to respond to that. So take care and come back again tomorrow.